Every second you waste chasing leads on one channel, you're burning cash and killing momentum. You know it. You feel the sting every time your single channel campaign flops, like you're screaming into a void where nobody hears you. That frustration is real. The gnawing pain of knowing your message, your product, your vision is buried under endless noise. It's like running on a treadmill, burning energy but going nowhere. You pour hours, budgets, sweat into ads on Facebook, LinkedIn, or email blasts, and still, the leads just trickle in, weak and cold. You're stuck, and the worst part? You watch rivals explode past you, harnessing something you're missing, something that turns tiny sparks into infernos. That something is cross-channel campaigns, and here's why ignoring it is bleeding you dry right now. Most people think, I'll just push harder where I'm strongest. Wrong. It's not about pushing harder. It's about making every channel scream the same promise in perfect harmony, so your audience doesn't scroll past, but stops dead, drawn in by an unstoppable tidal wave of your presence everywhere they look. Imagine this. Your potential customer sees your brand on LinkedIn. Then your YouTube ad hits them a few minutes later. A retargeted message pops on Instagram, and an engaging email slides into their inbox just before they sleep. It's relentless. It's relentless because it's everywhere. They don't just recognize your brand, they feel it, trust it, crave it. This is where real exponential leads happen. Not from one channel shouting louder, but from many channels singing the exact same song so perfectly that the audience can't escape it. Here's what most founders, investors, and leaders miss, and it's a killer mistake. They treat channels as islands instead of parts of a whole. They set up campaigns like sentry towers, each isolated and optimized to its own narrow goal, never thinking about the power of synchronized communication. You need to tear down those walls, explode those silos, and start thinking like a conductor of an orchestra, not a single instrument player. Every touchpoint must speak fluidly to the others. That's how leads don't just arrive, they multiply. That's how one lead becomes 5, 10, 20, not by luck, but by design. Start by mapping your customer's entire journey across all platforms. And this isn't your typical boring funnel. This is a living, breathing ecosystem where every interaction fans the flame. Use data relentlessly. Don't just glance at numbers, dissect them like a hunter tracking prey. See which touchpoints spark curiosity, which ones stall, and which make your audience bolt. The brutal truth? Your current campaigns are probably leaking like a sieve. Fix that by layering creative, emotional messaging that resonates differently yet consistently across each channel. You want your audience to feel seen at every interaction, like your brand knows exactly where they are and what they need next. Next, stop relying solely on platform defaults. Here's a golden secret few talk about: custom audience layering. It's not enough to retarget generically. Slice your audience by behavior, timing, even mood signals where possible. Segment the window shoppers from the almost buyers, and treat them like they're walking different roads to your door. Tailor messages so sharp they hit mental pain points, doubts, desires. Layer your offers, teasing, educating, pushing, and then sealing, all in a seamless, timed sequence across channels. This confuses the competition because they focus on one channel and miss the bigger explosion that happens when all your messages converge. Integrate automation, but don't let it make you robotic. Real personalization is the antidote to today's noisy fake campaigns. Each automated sequence should feel like a conversation a trusted advisor would have, not a cold sales pitch. Use smart triggers based on real-time engagement. Watched a video? Send a deeper dive. Clicked a link? Hit them with a social proof story. Ignored an email? Remix your message on a different channel, but keep the thread alive. This multi-channel choreography is relentless, subtle, intelligent, and above all, deeply human. Now address the ultimate leverage point: content consistency. This means your brand's voice, look, and message can't just pop up sometimes. It must flood the entire digital space your audience inhabits, creating an unbreakable thread of trust and recognition. Every tweet, video, banner, email, and podcast must feel connected like a single thought breathing life into your mission. When done right, your audience doesn't notice each channel separately. They experience a whole. This unity crushes distrust, kills indecision, and makes leads jump in, not because they were convinced once, but because they were convinced many times, in many ways. Here's the emotional core no one tells you about. This method doesn't just grow leads, it liberates you from the chaos. No more guessing, no more pinning hopes on one platform's algorithm changes. This is power, the power to shape demand, to create unstoppable momentum, to free yourself from the random whims of single platforms. When your leads grow exponentially, so does your ability to grow impact, scale your vision, and challenge the status quo that holds back real progress. This is how you transcend ordinary growth and claim the future you're meant to lead. Forget band-aid fixes. This is about transforming your entire growth strategy from a scattered shot in the dark into a precision-engineered machine. One that claws your audience with emotional hooks, connects on every channel, and drives exponential results. The frustration, the wasted budget, the silent cries of, "Why isn't this working?" ends now. The solution is brutal in its simplicity and savage in its effectiveness. If you master the art of cross-channel campaigns, you don't just find leads, you create a storm that pulls them in irresistibly, like gravity itself bends to your will. The system you're trapped in now offers mediocrity disguised as best practices. Breakout. Build this networked flow of channels communicating with laser focus and human empathy. Align each piece perfectly, ignite the synergy, and watch as your leads don't just grow. They explode beyond anything you thought possible. You're not just competing with others, you're reshaping the future of growth itself. So demand relentless precision, demand fierce connection, demand radical synergy, and refuse to settle for anything less than exponential leads. The time to stop wasting your power is now. The system lied. Freedom isn't found by working harder in isolation, but by weaving a network of unstoppable cross-channel influence. Seize it. Own it. Let every channel you command be another spark in the wildfire of your unstoppable growth. This is the strategy that turns your vision into reality, your promise into results, and your leads into unstoppable momentum. The world is waiting for that kind of breakthrough. Don't make it wait any longer.